From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. Health Canada has approved a new mRNA vaccine from Moderna to protect against respiratory syncytial virus, approving the shot for adults age 60 and older. The newly approved shot, however, won't be available until next year. There are 2 other vaccines already available in Canada to protect seniors against severe illness caused by RSV. According to the Public Health Agency of Canada's wastewater surveillance, RSV levels indicate the sickness is circulating at a moderate pace across much of the country. With container cargo traffic frozen at terminals across Canada's west coast, employers and union representatives are slated to restart talks and possibly end the labor dispute. A spokesman for Federal Labor Minister Steve McKinnon has confirmed he did not invoke any selection of the Canadian Labour Code that would force them back to talks, but asked that they return to the bargaining table. The 2 sides have been without a deal since March 2023. West Coast disruptions join 2 container terminal shutdowns in Montreal, part of a separate labor dispute. The federal government will apologize to Inuit in Nunavik for the killing of sled dogs in the mid-1950s through to the late 1960s. During the opening of the Inuit Crown Partnership Committee meeting in Ottawa, Crown Indigenous Relations Minister Gary Anandasangari says the government is prepared to deliver an apology, and it could come as early as the end of next month. Anandasangari says while it won't ease the past, the apology will hopefully give some solace to remaining survivors as Canada works to rebuild that relationship. Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston says a Halifax school's now reversed request for service members to not wear military uniforms to Remembrance Day ceremonies, quote, is disgraceful and demeaning in a province where many people have strong military ties. Houston is seeking re-election and says Remembrance Day is an important day for everyone, honoring past and current service members.
I can't actually fathom how a decision like that was made. My father served. I did a lot of my growing up on military bases across this great country, and I am incredibly proud of my father's service. But my story of growing up in a military family is not unique in our province. The tradition of service is something that so many of us share in our province.
Houston posted his initial concerns to social media platform X. Canada Post has announced it will be launching a checking and savings account in partnership with Coho Financial.
The Postal Service has confirmed it will be offering the My Money account set to launch nationally next year. It will see a spending and savings account where customers will be able to choose between features like high interest rates, cashback rewards, and credit building tools. The plan comes after Canada Post launched a failed lending program with TD Bank Group in late 2022. Naira Ahmed, The Canadian Press.
This is The Canadian Press. In sports, Canada Soccer says an independent review has confirmed the Paris Olympics drone spying scandal was not an isolated incident. CEO Kevin Blue says the spying was part of a pattern of what he calls a past unacceptable culture. Canada's women's coach Bev Priestman and 2 assistants are serving a 1-year suspension after New Zealand's Olympic Committee filed a complaint alleging drones were flown over a pair of practice sessions. The Toronto Maple Leafs have Auston Matthews on the injured reserve. The NHL team announced their captain would be away hours before they're set to take on the Detroit Red Wings at Scotiabank Arena. Matthews missed the 4-0 win over Boston on Tuesday with an upper body injury. Ottawa's Gabrielle Dabrowski is into the doubles final at the WTA Finals for the first time in her 6th appearance at the season-ending tennis event. Dabrowski and partner Aaron Routliffe of New Zealand moved on with a 7-6, 6-1 victory. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.